Here we are for race number 1 of the Target Series season number 4. We're here at Daytona for the Hershey Kisses 300, the biggest race of the season, and the first race to make the chase. On the pole for this race is Tim Randolph. To his outside, it's Eli Bright in the number 52. Carter Friesen and Tim Gary make up row number 2. Then Levi Jones Johnson at the top 5, with Robert Hernandez to his outside. Then Justin Heath and Jake Jefferson, and rounding out the top 10 is Alex Stewart and Joe Sandrovich. Then Luke Rainey and Evan Hunter, Jake Richardson and Brayson Collins, Code Luigi and JT Hanley, Jeff Samito and Jonathan Buford, Jeff Bright, your Season 1 Target Series champion, and Mason Hayward, Marcus Sachi, Jason Larker, Alexander Rowe and Max Anderson, Isaac Nichols, your IROC champion, and John Gambit, Joe Jefferson and Trey Rainey, Derek Hamill and Colton Yo, Jake West, and last season's champion Tyler Lyman, then Jay Gambit, Jason Smino Jr., Jim Gambit, TJ Hanley, who has finished second the last 2 seasons in points, and he finished second in this race last season, so he wants redemption, definitely. Steve Larker and Patrick Smith, Riley Spraley to Julius Anderson, Kyle Hunter and Michael Canto round out your 42-car field for 18 laps here at Daytona. Let's go down trackside for the command.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Settle in, relax, take a deep breath. It's a long, hard race. Gotta pace yourself.
The field rolling off as a car did not get going. So the first race of the season, problems for the 2 of Jason Larker. That's a tough break because it's the first race of the season. You want to start the season on the right foot, and now you might not even get scored and might not even get points. That's a heartbreak for that number 2 team. Hopefully they get themselves back out there, as there is 18 laps. If you get a caution, you could probably start on the inside and then possibly try and get your lap back. So we'll see, as the field's still trying to catch up. Looks like they finally will. The 36 of Alexander Road does catch up as the pace car makes its way down pit road now. And we're going to get set for 18 laps at Daytona as the field comes into the tri-oval. Tim Randolph, Eli Bright in the front row. And we're racing for season number 4 of the Target Series green flag at Daytona. Tim Randolph got such a great start there that Eli Bright was able to clear the bottom lane. Now here comes Eli for the race lead in 3 and 4. He has less drafting help than Tim Randolph, but here comes Jake Jefferson to help Eli out as they come off of turn number 4. Who leads lap number 1 of season number 4? It's going to be between Eli Bright and Jake Jefferson as they come down the front stretch side by side to lead lap 1. And it will be Eli Bright at the stripe. Bright leads lap 1. And that's not shocking because last season in that number 88 he won here at Daytona after the leaders wrecked on the last lap, and he got away with the victory. Now Joseph Sandrovich had great success in season number 1 of the Target Series. And then season 2 he kind of fell off, didn't compete in season number 3, but he's back in that number 24 car. He's to the race lead, but Evan Hunter looks to his inside. Now here comes the 88 of Jake Richardson. As we mentioned, that team won at Daytona last season, so it's not surprising to see them up towards the front. Code Luigi giving that 88 a big push in that inside lane. They come off of 4. They're 3 wide behind the front 2. As Richardson will come down to cover the spot he leads this lap. Here comes the 41, however, of Jeff Samito, looking for second, and he's going to get forced to the middle by Jeff Bright, season number 1 champion. Bright trying to get up there and help his teammate. Wow, and this pack is stacked up 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. One small mistake and the whole field goes with you, especially if you're at the front of the pack. Alexander Rowe with a big push from JT Hanley. He's going to try and make his way up to the front. He's going for second. Can he get inside Jake Richardson to the corner? That's not going to happen for him as they come into 3 and 4. The front 3 clear. Now here comes Alexander Rowe for the race lead. He's going to have Isaac Nichols pushing him through. Trey Rainey, that number 20 car, is there as well. Still side by side, Alexander Rowe trying to clear Jake Richardson. Looks like he's going to do it in 1 and 2. But Trey Rainey has a huge run coming. That number 20 car looks strong. Oh, the 15 hitting back there. Looks like they're going to get back up onto the track. That was close there. Is they're going to go 3 wide? Possibly no. Alexander Rowe comes down to cover the spot from Derek Hamill. But yeah, that was close back there between Jim Gambit and Jake West. They kind of hit and almost wrecked. Tyler Lyman, last season's champion, coming up to the front. He's trying to make a move for second. He gets to the middle lane, all the way to the bottom. That's Jay Gambit in that number 27 car. Getting a big push from TJ Hanley in that number 44. Yeah, we said TJ knows how to win here. He got second here last season in this exact race. And then season number 1 in that same exact number 44 car, he won the night race here at Daytona. So he's no stranger to going to victory lane here. Oh, Jay Gambit with the late move. Has no help. And the 33 of Steve Larker will finally help him. That's going to put Alexander Rowe and TJ Hanley both up top. And behind them, here comes Riley Spruill in that 70. They are stacking up in 3 and 4. Yeah, with the way these guys are racing, a caution is imminent. TJ going to try and go through the middle lane. Steve Larker trying to lead from Jay Gambit. Riley Spruill coming up to the front. Here he comes in that number 70 car. The 18 of Kyle Hunter pushing him. Riley Spruill will clear off of turn number 2. But here comes Kyle Hunter looking low down the back straightaway. And now here comes the third TriStar car. We talked about the 19 and the 44. Here comes Michael Cantone, the 14 car. 3 wide to the bottom for the race lead. That was close with Riley Spruill there. I thought he was going to come down, wreck himself off the 18's nose. Luckily, he didn't do that. And these guys are stacking up towards the back of the pack, especially in the middle lane. Eli Bright, it looks like, might have been 4 wide, as Jason Smeo Jr. looks for the race lead. Looks like they sorted out with Eli, but man, that was close. That tide ride almost went into the wall. Jason Smeo Jr. has gotten out front. He's trying to control all the lanes. Patrick Smith is behind him in that 09 car. And then behind them, there's the guy that we thought was almost going to spin out, the 15 of Jake West. But he's going to get put to the middle lane by that number 5 of Jeff Bright. Bright has gotten up there a lot faster than some of these other guys. He went up front, he fell back really quickly, and now he's already back up to the front. Just shows how the inside lane is dominant here at Daytona. Front 2 have cleared. Patrick Smith pushing Jason Smeo Jr. for all it's worth. Jeff Bright's going to go up high with them. He's going to surrender 3rd position to Tim Gary in that 51. The 09 pushing the 40. Colton Young, that 39 car, coming to the bottom lane. As they go through 1 and 2, 10 laps of racing. Go this time as TJ Hanley almost got spun out. He saved it. He almost got spun off the bumper of Jake Richardson. That could have been the big one. Luckily, Hanley saved it. No yellow. As here comes Tim Gary for second. Got the door shut by Patrick Smith. Front 3, front 4 clear. Now here comes Tim Gary again for second. He has no help, as all the help goes to the outside. His closest help is the 31 of Joe Jefferson. Tim Gary keeps it to the inside. He's going to grab second position in 1 and 2. And, of course, 10 laps to go now, halfway next time by. And once that 40 car got out front, he's been hard to pass. Jason Smeo Jr. knows how to protect here at Daytona. But Tim Gary, Joe Jefferson, and others trying to work their way to the front. Look at those teammates back there working together. The A7 is the pusher. That's Luke Rainey in front. Jonathan Beefer in the 97. They've teamed up. Their teammates, they're working together. Oh, trouble there! The 60 around, and they're wrecking hard. Jim Gambit spun in front of the field. Jeff Bright, Jake Richardson, Carter Friesen possibly involved. They come up, slide up. Hard hits for Code Luigi. Your pole sitter, Tim Randolph, Joe Sandrovich. The 6 involved, Mason Hayward, Marcus Sachi, Isaac Nichols. And it's a crash fest in the tri-oval. We saw that happening with the 18. They just couldn't keep doing it. Yellow out. And Jason Smeo Jr. leads us back. So at halfway, caution comes out for the big one off of turn number 4 here at Daytona. Kyle Hunter got spun, collected numerous cars. These guys are coming flying in. Oh. Steve Larker with heavy damage. He and Trey Rainey already had damage, and that just made it worse for both of them as the 33 kind of rear-ended there. This is what happens once they wreck. They just keep piling up. All right, so let's see what happened. As it looks like the 18 car possibly went around. As it looks like, but Jim Game I think was the first one to go around. So let's see what happened. So watch this as they come off turn number 4. That's the 18 right there of Kyle Hunter. The 60 of Jim Game, and as we say, he's pushing in that quarter panel. You can't do that. And off of turn number 4, the 18 goes up with contact with the 60. That sends the 60 up into him. They clip, they get together, they go down, get JT Hanley, they get Riley Spurley-Tube. There goes Jake Richardson up into his teammate Jeff Bright. Trey Rainey trying to make it through the middle. He cannot. Jake West gets spun around. Julius Anderson possibly going to get some damage there. The 4, Alex Stewart, Carter Friesen, Mason Hayward. The 41 back there, Jeff Samito. Hayward slides through the grass. And then they start coming back up. There's Tyler Lyman. I believe he might have gotten some damage. No, he just missed it. Derek Hamill got some damage. They start sliding up, and then this is where Code Luigi gets his damage. He's going to hit the slide in 4, and then nowhere to go for Tim Randolph, Marcus Sachi, Joe Sandrovich. Yeah, that's just Eli Bright. I don't know where he got his damage. I did not see him at all. He was possibly just towards the back of the field. Yes, he was in the inside towards the back of the field trying to check up. They start coming down from him, and there's nowhere for anyone to go in these positions. Well, we do have a few onboard cameras. First, let's go onboard with our pulsator, Tim Randolph. The front of that car all torn up. It's happened a lot here. What goes down comes up. What goes up comes down. And just another case there. Joe Sandrovich in the 24. Season 1 Hershey Kisses 300 champion involved. You see, he hadn't missed 2 until the cars started coming up the track. And those are some heavy hits up there. Also going on board, Season 1 champion, the number 5 of Jeff Bryce. He got some pretty heavy damage to basically all sides of his car. And we'll have one more onboard camera with IROC champion Isaac Nichols. Just like most onboard cameras there, he hadn't missed until the car started coming back up the track. Alright, so our race back to the line was won by Jason Samito Jr. They're going to, of course, stay out, and it's going to be a late race restart with under 5 to go here at Daytona. Who can win it? Coming down the backstretch to take the green flag with 5 laps to go at Daytona. We got a lot of retirees. Of course, the number 2, Jason Larker, never even started the race. You got the 41 of Jeff Samito, the 4 of Alex Stewart, the 36 of Alexander Rowe, the 5 of Jeff Bright, the 30 of Code Luigi, the 88 of Jake Richardson, the 12 of Marcus Sachi, the 08 of Tim Randolph, and the 20 of Trey Rainey. All retired from this. We have 32 cars left in the race, and there are a lot with a lot of damage. So out front, it's Jason Samito Jr. In second, we have Tim Gary. Third, Jonathan Buford. Fourth, Luke Rainey. Those 2 are teammates. See if they can work together. And Justin Heath in 5th. Then Bryson Collins in 6th. Robert Hernandez 7th. Joe Jefferson is 8th. 9th, Patrick Smith. And rounding out the top 10 is Levi Shones. So here they come off of turn number 4. Jason Samito Jr. has been leading for, well, I would say since about lap number 5. He got out front. He's been controlling the lead ever since. Can he hold on in this final restart as the pace car will make the left-hand turn to pit road now? Final restart of the day at Daytona as they come down the front straightaway. The green flag is back in the air. Boy, Luke Rain went up to the top. That's going to leave Jonathan Buford by himself, and Tim Gary may have spun the tires just a little bit. Yeah, either Tim Gary spun the tires or the 40 just left the 51 others sleeping because he got out there to a big lead. That's not something you want here at Daytona, though. If the 51 and 97 get hooked up together, watch the run they're going to have off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Tim Gary with a big run. Jonathan Buford staying with them. Will Tim Gary make the move? Here he comes to the bottom lane for the race lead. And at 3 and 4, he's going to keep it inside that 40 car. And behind him, here comes Justin Heath in that number 23 car. They're sliding up. I believe some cars may be pitting. Yeah, I believe that's the 97. Jonathan Buford come down pit road. Justin Heath now for the race underneath Tim Gary. Jason Spino Jr. giving Tim Gary a big push. And that stacked up the field with that 97 car pitting. Just 4 laps of racing to go. Brayson Collins coming to save Justin Heath. Also, Luke Rainey is here. The 28 Robert Hernandez into the bottom lane. Justin Heath moves up. Jason Smeo Jr. moves down. Brayson Collins looking 3 wide for the race lead. Luke Rainey pushing him. Joe Jefferson, Robert Hernandez also on this inside lane. Levi Jones in the 38 car also down there. Luke Rainey for the race lead to the stripe. Just 3 laps of racing to go at Daytona. 7.5 miles left. And out front, it's the underfunded 87. Joe Jefferson making it 3 wide for second. This little pack is 3 by 3 by 3. There are right now 10 cars in this pack. 10 cars have a shot to win at Daytona unless they all wreck. Luke Rainey moves up. Joe Jefferson moves low. Levi Jones is coming to that number 38 car. Here comes the 50 of Max Anderson. We haven't talked about him all day. Jones to the race lead in 3 and 4. Max Anderson for the race lead. Jason Smeo Jr. coming back on the inside lane. 2 laps of racing to go at Daytona. Jason Smeo Jr. going to look to make it 3 wide. He's going to do it. The dominant car coming for the race lead in 1 and 2. Justin Heath, Tim Gary. They're hooked up in the bottom lane. Smito Jr. moves up. Justin Heath with the side draft down the backstretch. They're coming to the white flag this time. 10 cars have a shot. Justin Heath with the race lead. Tim Gary to second. In third, we have Patrick Smith. Now Smith looks for second. To the stripe. White flag. One more time around Daytona. Who gets back in front? That's Patrick Smith in the bottom lane. Here comes Brayson Collins. Can he push Smith to the front? They're 3 wide behind the front few as they come down the back straightaway for the final time. Justin Heath with a huge lead. Can Patrick Smith close it in? Smith getting a push from Tim Gary, but is it too late as they enter 3 and 4? Now Gary's going to make the move for himself. Off of turn number 4. Justin Heath got out front late. And off of 4, he's going to do it at Daytona. Tim Gary looks low. There's nothing there. He looks high. Nothing there as well. Justin Heath wins at Daytona. And here comes the rest of the field across. Justin Heath wins it at Daytona. And he's possibly going to lock himself into the chase with that win right there. Of course, we have 12 drivers going to make the chase. And he could be one of those 12 right here. Unbelievable. 10 cars had a shot, and Justin Heath holds on to win. Let's check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Hershey Kisses 300 Daytona. We had 1 caution flag for 4 laps, 9 lead change among 10 different drivers, and Justin Heath led the final 2 laps to win this race. Tim Gary ends up second. He tried till the end, just could not get by that 23 car. Patrick Smith ends up third, Max Anderson in fourth, and Brayson Collins fifth. The dominant car of the day, Jason Smeo Jr. led 7 laps. He ends up 6th. Robert Hernandez ends up 7th. Joe Jefferson 8th. 9th was Luke Rainey, and 10th Levi Shones. There's your top 20, and those 10 were the only ones that had shot there at the end. Kyle Hunter led the second pack across the line. Riley Spurley, John Gamet, TJ Hanley with a solid day. Jay Jefferson with a solid day. The others on down. And now we'll look at 21st to 40th. See cars down here that led laps, and 31 cars end up finishing the race. As the Knights haven't had some sort of huge problem. He went 4 laps down. So it wasn't just like a fuel or tire problem. It was some possibly under hood. And the 2, Jason Larker, never took the green flag. I don't think he's even going to get points for that. So let's now go look at those point standings. Here are the point standings after the first race of the season. Justin Heath, of course, has the points lead. It's basically going to go down by where you finished. Unless you led some laps, then you might move up. So Justin Heath has the best chance to make the chase as of now. He's the first driver to win this season. 12 drivers make the chase. That's 12 winners. And with that win, that's going to be huge for him and his chase hopes. As we look down 21st to 40th, see the guys down here that were involved in crashes. And then Jeff Samito rounds out the points. And Jason Larker doesn't even have points because he didn't even start the race. So that's disappointing for him. Hopefully he can start the next one and actually get some points on the board. As the second race of the season will be the All Club 250 at All Club. See you guys then.